So, Shivani, tell us about yourself.
Good morning, sir. My name is Shivani Meena. I am from Kota, Rajasthan, and I did my schooling from Kota itself. Thereafter, I did my graduation from National Law University, Jodhpur, and I graduated in 2019. So I completed my post-graduation in 2021 from Department of Law, University of Rajasthan.
कोटा में क्या famous है, शिवानी? What name 3 things that are famous in Kota apart from the education hub?
So Kota is famous for Kota Doria, so Kota sarees, and another thing. So Kota is very famous for its kachoris. It's famous for kachoris, and so one thing they can think of is Chambal River. So
Chambal River. आपको पता है कोटा में there is a huge sculpture which is based on Mahabharata. Middle of the street. It's a circle sculpture. It's a very famous sculpture.
Yes, sir.
So what fight does it depict?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
ठीक है. आपने कहा आपने मास्टर्स किया.
Yes, sir.
क्यों?
So I graduated, as I said, I graduated in 2019. So while I was preparing for judiciary, I also wanted to keep up with my education, and that's the reason why.
So there are no plans for going into academics or anything. Judiciary is your.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Why judiciary?
So it was. So the reason why I started was because my grandfather wanted me to, but after entering into college, so his dream transitioned into mine. So after entering into college, when I understood what judiciary represents and so how it is very instrumental in bringing change to the society, and it does change the life of people. So for me,
so if you want to change the lives of people,
not me, but judiciary is instrumental, and I want to be a part of that system where even a small decision of mine can, in some way, contribute to the society.
So that's what I'm saying. You can, like, if you want to impact the lives of people with your decisions and in a positive manner, an IAS can do that in an even better way, because a judge has its restricted ambit कि मैं तो justice ही करूँगा. IAS has like 50 departments under him. पानी नहीं आ रहा, I'll manage security, I'll manage everything. An IAS can manage. Every decision impacts the lives directly of hundreds of people.
But then judiciary is known for its independence. There is no outer. So there is no outer force, or there's no outside force on the judicial officers. So
you're saying collectors have an outside pressure?
Yes, sir.
They do?
Yes, sir.
What pressure? And judges don't have. So let's say you are a civil judge.
Judiciary represents independence. Judiciary is the institution that is known for its independence.
So I'm saying if you're a class 2 magistrate and if a high court judge asks you to answer something in a particular manner to decide
a case. That is what I'm following would be the process that high court is.
That's not the process. अगर high court का एक judge बोल दे कि नहीं इसको आपको बरी करना है.
Oh no, sir, I would then follow what the law says.
Ma'am.
ठीक है. शिखा, तो आपने कहा आप जोधपुर से पढ़ी. शिवानी, सॉरी, आई एम सो सॉरी, आई कैन सी शिखा ऑन द स्क्रीन, सो दैट इज व्हाई. चलिए, ठीक है. तो शिवानी, आपने कहा आप जोधपुर से पढ़ी हैं, तो जोधपुर यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में आप कुछ बता पाएंगे हमें? नेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में कब एस्टैब्लिश हुआ, किस साल में, किसने उसका फाउंडेशन स्टोन ले डाउन किया?
Ma'am, it was established in 1999 and the first batch started in 2001. I am not aware who laid down the foundation stone, but Professor Anil Mitra was the first Vice Chancellor of NLU.
Shikha, Shivani, why do you want to become a judge? मतलब जज क्यों बनना चाहते हैं? वो सर आपसे पूछ चुके हैं, but मुझे वो उतना convincing नहीं लगा, तो I just want to ask you again that why do you want to become a judge?
Ma'am, as I said, ma'am, the reason why I opted for it was because my grandfather wanted me to be a judge. Ma'am, and the reason why I started was only this. After entering into college and ma'am, having done my internships as well, having looked into advocacy as well, I felt that that was not something for me, ma'am. And the reason why I said that, I felt that my decisions could contribute to the society, and that's why I pursued judiciary. Like after understanding what judiciary represents, ma'am, that dream transitioned into mine. It's purely started because my grandfather wanted me to. But
अच्छा, तो
later
ऐसे ये आपका पहला अटेम्प्ट है शिवानी?
No, ma'am, this is my second attempt. My first interview. 2019 was my first attempt. 2019.
तो जैसा आपने कहा कि दादाजी ने कहा था इसलिए एंटर कर लिया, फिर उसके बाद लगा यही है
रीजन लॉ, इसीलिए the reason why I entered into law school was this.
तो अगर आप एंटर करते हैं यहाँ पे, आप जज बन जाते हैं, फिर उसके बाद आपको रियलाइज होता है कि नहीं, अब ये तो नहीं कर रहा, मतलब इट कैन टर्न बोथ वेज.
Ma'am, I have been preparing for judiciary since 2019 and even we can say before that. And this whole process of me preparing for the exam had made me realize that this is what I wanted to pursue. Like it made my conviction more stronger. So,
but preparing for judiciary and being in judiciary,
yes,
aren't they two different things?
Yes, ma'am, they are, because as I said, your decision would going to impact somebody's life. But ma'am, I believe I am very adamant on.
Okay. What are your hobbies, Shivani?
So I enjoy cooking as well as I also enjoy. So I started learning manas from how to make manas from my grandmother, and I'm really liking it.
Nice. So what kind of food do you cook?
So very simple food. Like, so for me, cooking is very therapeutic because it's the process of cooking that I enjoy. It's like it relaxes me. So for me, I cook anything and everything. So very simple food, like home cooked food, but
vegetarian home cooked food or
vegetarian home cooked?
Vegetarian home cooked food. So tell me one thing: if someday you find out that you're cooking a sabzi and you've put excess of salt in it, how are you going to manage that?
So there's a way of putting dough balls into the vegetables which soak excess salt.
Dough balls into the into the gravy. Right. And let's say it's a suki sabzi then. Matlab, you don't have gravy to put dough balls. And dough balls in suki sabzi is going to like.
So I often do this. Like I often make my vegetable spice salty. So what I do is I add a bit of sugar and salt, sugar and lemon to balance that out. So
name two foods that should not be eaten together.
Two foods should not be eaten together.
Could include fruits as well. Two edible items that should not be eaten together.
So anything. So okay, so it's a very weird combination, but bread with amchur powder. So I did that, and that was
right. Chicken. What's your favorite subject?
So since I prepared for the exam, so I prepared all the subjects, but I would say some evidence maybe.
Maybe? I'm asking your favorite subject, not the subject you are an expert in. What's your favorite subject?
So I enjoy Constitution. So I enjoy reading Constitution.
Constitution का short title कहाँ पर दिया हुआ है?
So 394, Article 394.
394 में. And preamble याद है आपको?
So not. So we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India.
Hindi में.
Sorry, sir, Hindi में I'm not.
But Hindi is a part of your syllabus.
Yes, sir. So I'll go and read about it. I have not.
गांधीयन प्रिंसिपल्स कहाँ दिए हुए हैं शिवानी? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में गांधीयन प्रिंसिपल, गांधी जी के प्रिंसिपल्स कहीं मिलते हैं आपको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में?
मैम DPSPs, I'm not sure, ma'am.
आप पूछ रहे हैं या जवाब दे रहे हैं? मतलब are you asking me the question कि
No, ma'am, I'm not sure about my answers.
आप अगर मान लीजिए फंडामेंटल राइट्स और डीपीएसपी में कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है, तो what will prevail?
Ma'am, first there need to be so both are complementary to each other, so they need to be harmonized in such a way that state goal as well as the fundamental both can.
कौन से केस में ये बात बोली गई थी?
Minerva Mills versus
Sorry?
Minerva Mills versus.
ठीक है. अच्छा, जैसे आपने बोला मुझे कि आपका जो स्पेशलाइजेशन है वो मॉरल वैल्यूज में है, ठीक है?
ह्यूमन राइट्स एंड वैल्यू
एजुकेशन, राइट? तो अगर मान लीजिए आपके सामने कोई ऐसा केस आता है जहां पे आपके मॉरल्स कह रहे हैं कि ये डिसीजन देना सही नहीं है, ठीक है? दिस इज गोइंग अगेंस्ट द मॉरल्स दैट यू होल्ड, बट द एविडेंस ऑन रिकॉर्ड shows that the other decision should be given. What will you do then?
Ma'am, I would go with what the law says, because first my foremost duty is to follow the law. Ma'am, here my personal morals or my personal conviction should not come into picture.
अगर आपको मतलब पूरा यकीन है कि एक इंसान ने क्राइम नहीं किया है, ठीक है, मैं रिफ्रेम कर रही हूँ अपना क्वेश्चन, आपको लग रहा है पूरे चीजों से जो आपको पता है, from your personal knowledge, you know something which states that that person has not committed the crime, but the evidences on record is showing you that किया है उसने ये crime.
Yes, ma'am.
Still you will give him conviction?
According to law, I should.
Okay.
Human rights, fundamental rights, legal rights, statutory rights. What is the difference?
So, human rights, we can say, are incorporated. Fundamental rights includes human rights. So, because fundamental rights are those rights which are necessary for the overall development of a person. So, human rights are there, human rights are the rights which are available with the person by the virtue of him being a human. So, our fundamental rights incorporates fundamental rights incorporates human rights. So, but however, the difference is that fundamental rights are state specific, and human rights are, we can say, universal. So statutory rights are which are provided under a statute, and legal rights. So which law provides.
Legal rights statute में नहीं होते क्या?
Ma'am, legal rights are provided under statute. But if a statute specifically provides for a right, then that would be a statutory right. So legal rights.
Fundamental rights, आपने कहा कि fundamental rights is state specific, human rights is universal.
So human rights are, the application of human rights is universal, because human rights, there are certain human rights which might not be fundamental rights, and there are certain fundamental rights which not be human rights. But the examples are so there these rights are there, but however, for example, Article 15, Article 16, it's only available to the citizens and not to the other persons. So they are very states in their application. They are very states.
So a right not to be discriminated against is not a human right, you would say?
So it's a human right, but the application might be. For example, human rights are universal, so their applications differ.
You just saw Udaipur violence, right?
Yes, sir.
You witnessed what all happened.
Yes, sir.
So on the two people who are arrested, what will be the charges that you'll impose? Along with that, tell me what a charge is.
The charge is the formal accusation of an offense against, formal accusation that if a person has committed an offense, then it's a formal accusation which is framed against him. So, the those persons, they have committed the offense of murder, and so also. So if they have recorded also the video, so I would say it's 153B.
Apart from that, anything else? Anything else?
I cannot think of anything else.
Chalo.
दूसरा सब्जेक्ट शिवानी जो आपका फेवरेट है अपार्ट फ्रॉम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन?
मैम, एविडेंस.
एविडेंस, ठीक है. एविडेंस में एडमिसिबिलिटी और रेलेवेंसी का डिफरेंस बता दीजिए.
Ma'am, every fact which is admissible to every fact which is relevant would not be admissible. Ma'am, admissibility. Firstly, a judge will decide what facts are admissible and what facts are not, and their specific provisions are given. For example, Section 73 to 23, their specific provisions are given for admissibility and relevancy. Ma'am, every relevant fact would not be admissible. For example, Section 121 to 130.
Admissibility का और कोई section specifically talks about admissibility of particular facts?
Oh, ma'am, Section 17 talks about admissions from Section 17 to 20.
Is admission and admissibility the same thing?
No, ma'am, admissions are made. So, ma'am, it's the judges who will decide the admissibility of the evidences. So, admissions are the statement that a person makes. So,
what does Section 58 state of Evidence Act?
Section 58. Ma'am, it's with respect to. Sorry, ma'am, I'm unable to recall. It's with respect to judicial notices.
May presume पढ़ा होगा आपने शायद.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me sections relating to one may presume? कहाँ पे अपन को एविडेंस एक्ट में may presumption के sections मिलते हैं?
Ma'am, it's 113A and 76 to ma'am.
Are you sure 76? 76 shall presumption नहीं है? Is it may presume or shall presume?
Ma'am, it's sorry, ma'am, it's shall presume. It's from 76 to 80. Ma'am, from 86, I believe it's from 86 to 98. It's may presume.
Okay.
You have the Bear Act with you?
No, sir.
Check.
So I have.
Check and tell. And read it out aloud.
Yes, sir. It's 86 to. Oh, ma'am, 86. It's a presumption as to certified copies of foreign judicial record. The court may presume that any document purporting to certified copies of the judicial record of any country not forming part of India or Her Majesty's dominion is genuine and accurate. Ma'am, 87 talks about presumption as to books, maps, and chart. It's also may presume.
Okay. The second answer that you gave me was right. जब आप घूम फिर के बाद में आपने दिया, it was right. चलिए.
मॉर्गेज और चार्ज में क्या अंतर है?
So mortgage is for sorry sir, I'm not aware. Sorry sir.
Election, doctrine of election बता दीजिए फिर.
Ma'am, Section 35 provides for doctrine of election, and it states that when a person transfers a property which is not authorized to transfer to another person, and by the same transfer he is also giving some benefits to the person to which that property belongs, then that person has to elect whether to keep those benefits or to cancel the transaction.
If the transfer was non-gratuitous and the person who transferred it dies, then what happens to the property?
Ma'am, transfer is non-gratuitous.
Yes.
And the person who transfers
yes.
dies. Ma'am, the person who has to make election has to make good to the transferring.
Okay. वहाँ पे चार्ज जैसा कोई वर्ड यूज नहीं है कि प्रॉपर्टी विल बी चार्ज अगेंस्ट द पर्सन.
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to recall.
कोई दिक्कत
नहीं.
नहीं.
One last
Section?
question from my end.
Yes.
Let's say if I tell you, Shivani, that there's a match going on. If India wins the match, I'll give you 100 rupees. That's it. I don't say anything else. Bas itna sa statement. If India wins this match, I will give you 100 rupees.
Yes, sir.
What kind of contract is this?
Sorry, sir, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
So, if India wins, so it's a wagering contract.
Akka?
So,
Akka?
yes, sir.
चलो. That's it from my side. Radhika ma'am, आप पूछें.
ठीक है. Local laws पढ़े होंगे शिवानी आपने?
Yes, ma'am.
Limited tenancy.
Yes, ma'am.
What is limited tenancy?
Ma'am, it's provided under Section 8 of Rent Control Act. It states that person may lease his, ma'am, person may rent out his premises for a limited period, and he cannot do that for more than 3 times. Ma'am, sorry, I'm not able to recall any.
Okay. अच्छा, आपने domestic
joint petition.
It's okay. आपने Domestic Violence Act पढ़ा होगा?
Yes.
क्या Domestic Violence Act में एक male person भी जा सकता है? Can he claim that domestic violence has been committed against me?
Ma'am, a male person, no, ma'am, it's specific to women. Respondent can be a male, but respondent can be a male and female both, but aggrieved person is a female.
Okay, so aggrieved person cannot be a male, according to you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. Sexual harassment at workplace वाला act का पूरा नाम बता सकते हैं?
Ma'am, it's protection of women. Sorry, ma'am, not able to recall at this moment.
Custody order.
Under
Domestic
Violence Act. Ma'am, it's provided under order section 22 of the Domestic Violence Act, and ma'am, in this the temporary custody may be given to the women aggrieved of the child. The temporary custody can be given to the aggrieved person.
और अगर उनके पिताजी उनसे मिलना चाहें तो क्या उनको मिलेगा?
Yes, ma'am. He may be allowed to visit the child.
ठीक है. फिर that's it from my side as well.